TV presents Live to You in America, communicating through programs and services to inform, educate, enlighten, and enrich the entire world.
Hello, viewers. Once again, this is Back TV, live and stream, real time with AB. We are back again. This is our second season of our live studio, live coverage at the studio here in New Jersey. And this is the second season for us for the rest of the year. And we are here once again to welcome you back as our cherished viewers. We want to thank you so much for being there, and your support and your views, your comments, and everything was well appreciated and noted. And we are here once again in the second season for 2019. And this time we're going to be taking it to another dimension of topic of discussion. And tonight I want you to know that this program is live and telecast right here, and is sponsored by Believers Temple of Praise, also sponsored by Destiny Impact Worldwide Incorporated. And also we have 3G Media, one of the finest guru media in town in the US here, and is one of the finest, also part of the sponsorship for this program to be broadcast to you live at your home, wherever you are driving. Please just stay caution. If you are driving and you want to watch it, just stay caution. But if you are home, you feel free, relax, get some water, some juice by you, and just enjoy this edition of second season for live real time with AB at Back TV, live and streaming here in New Jersey. And once again, we are very glad to come to your home, to come to wherever you are at your job place. Once again, we are very welcome to this time of the year. And I also have my one and only guest. She is nobody, and she is our own Reverend Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, who is here once again with me at the studio. We have had a lot of so many discussions when it comes to the young and the youth adult, which all connected and relating to parenthood, family, and all those discussions. We've gone through all of them, but we want to take it to another step and see some of the areas where parents are lacking, or parents need help, or parents need support, or where we can we can bring or enlighten some of the parents that are out there for some of the things that probably they know, or maybe they have no idea about. So we are here once again, and we are bringing to you live here, Back TV, real time with AB, where the rare recognizes the rare, and I'm here live in the studio with Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. Please don't go nowhere. Stay tuned, watch us live, and we'll be right back. You can also subscribe on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe and then click on the bell, and go on Facebook, Back TV. And you can like the page and share. Please share to your friends, invite someone. Let's all educate ourselves in such programs like this. Share your comments, share your views. Please, no profane words, but share your comments, share your thoughts. Whatever you feel, it can be a very supportive and educative to the platform. For many that are watching, you are welcome. Feel free. And at the end of the day, there will be numbers there. You can call, send messages, and your views will be read. Your thoughts will be read. And ideas that you have will be shared among the people, our subscribers that are watching. And so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. It's real time with AB. I'll be right back.
Real talk, real people, real places, real things, real solutions. Watch Back TV live stream, 7:30 p.m. sharp, Eastern Standard Time. This Friday, watch Real Time with AB on Back TV live stream. Real Time with AB. This is a show you don't want to miss.
Thank you, viewers, for staying tuned, watching Real Time on Back TV live and stream. Here to be precise, in the studio here in New Jersey. You are welcome once again. Stay in tune with us, staying connected. Please share the video, invite someone, talk to someone about Back TV. It is only Back TV that can, give you the insight and the gist that you need for your night or for your moment that you are watching us. Tonight we are here. We want to talk about what is the role of a parent or the role of being a parent. We've been through the youth and the young adults, discussed so many topics, but we are in another section, which is the second season, and this is what we want to be talking about. And I want to introduce to you my guest tonight once again, nobody else, we all know her, the evangelist, Beatrice Abuaji, the visionaire for Yami Youth Ablaze Ministry International. Evangelist, you are welcome.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
I know.
Where have you been?
Working.
You've been working. Wow.
Yeah. Working and working.
Your viewers and your listeners, they missed you.
I know. I miss them too. I love you all. Thank you.
Yeah, we are viewers. We are here once again, and I want to just go straight to the point. Tonight we are talking about what is the role of a parent. What is the role of a parent, or the role of being a parent? There is one thing I want to talk about is we will try as much as possible, if time will be on our side, that we can answer most of the questions. Mm-hmm. What is the role of a parent? And I want to address it in my own words as I put it. By taking into analysis the biological, physiological, social, and financial dimensions, the parents' role are of maximum importance for the personality development of the children. Basic traditional rules of being a parent are nurtured and educate the children, discipline them, manage home, financially support family, model rules brought as an active participation of fathers in children care. The main idea is that parents must be child-centered and should aim to optimal growth and development of their children to help them have satisfactory biological, social, physiological, and emotional growth. These are the areas of the topic we're going to be dealing with and be talking about this season, the second season of the Back TV Live and Stream. So tonight, my first question will go to Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, the visionaire. She's doing very well, very tremendous. Please, you can follow her on Facebook as well. Beatrice Abuaji, she's on Facebook. She comes on and brings some words of encouragement to the young adults, the youth, inspirational words, preach the word to them, give them some, understanding where they lack in knowledge when it comes to the things of biblical context. She's doing a very tremendous job. Please follow her on Facebook, Beatrice Abuaji, and you will enjoy her program when she comes on. So tonight, direct to the question, Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. My question to you tonight. Mm-hmm. What is the role of a parent? What is the role of a parent? Okay. Or the role being a parent? As a parent, what are your roles as being a parent? Okay. I mean, you've been on the field. You have so many biological children and spiritual children and earthly children and all of them that are surrounding you. Everybody call you mommy, auntie, mommy. Yeah. So as a parent, let's take it from the biological aspect. What is the role of a parent or a role being a parent?
Okay. Greetings to all my viewers, listeners. And I thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You've really been an inspiration to me, pushing me.
We're making it there. By God's grace, we will make it there.
We are making it.
We are not perfect, but we are getting there.
Yes. The answer to the question, I'll try my best.
Try.
Okay. What I wrote down here is that the proper role of the parent is to provide encouragement, support, and access to activities that enable the child to master key developmental tasks. Yes.
Say that again. Because
you want to write them down?
I'm writing. I'm going to be asking questions based on what you are saying. So
okay.
Please say it again.
And I will answer you.
Okay.
Okay. Me say. All right. I'm saying. Sorry. I speak my. I said the proper role of the parent is to provide encouragement, support, and access to activities that enables the child to master key developmental tasks.
Okay. So in the other words, can you elaborate on what you just said? Elaborating our whole understanding. So for us that do not understand the content of your description right now, so we can understand, more of what you're saying.
Okay. The whole thing is that it's like I was saying, I texted you yesterday. It's obvious that everybody knows as a parent, when you have the child, you provide them the food, clothing, and, all those things. But then, as a parent's supposed to be the first teacher for their children.
The first teacher?
The first teacher.
Before they go to school?
Before they go to school.
Okay.
According to the psychologists.
Okay.
So they are supposed to be the first teacher. And then the parents should continue or remain to be their best teacher throughout their lives.
Okay.
Maybe when they grow up, but like we Africans, our children never grow out of our hands. No matter how grown they are, they still come back to you. So then you remain being the best teacher for your children.
Okay.
So whenever. Okay. And I'm sure you always contact your dad and your mom for advice, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. You have to be responsible for them.
Okay.
So the responsibilities of a parent has right to make decisions about their care.
Okay.
And their upbringing. And, for example, when they are kids, you name them, give them birth certificates, take care of all those things that is needed. You are actually a spokesperson for that child in all aspects of their lives. So in all together, a parent is supposed to be responsible for all their well-being, has to make sure that whatever that is concerned, the children are being taken care of.
So as to what age, based on what you are saying, I'm looking at this in this content or in this scenario, as to what age that the parents should not be responsible, as to what age you felt that the parents should not be responsible taking care of their children?
Up to the time that they finish college.
Up to the time that they finish college?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's not necessarily that you won't be responsible, but then you also teach them how to be responsible for certain things.
Okay.
So gradually as they are growing, you start teaching them from the time they are growing, you teach them certain things, and then you back up a little bit and see how they are doing it. And if you see them, they are flopping or getting frustrated, then also you teach them how to come back, because it's like you are mentor to them, and they have watched you going through certain things, and they've watched you how you were able to bounce back on your feet.
I mean, not all parents go through certain things. Some I have gone through, some I have not gone through. So there are some families, the children might have not seen any challenges or difficulties in the home, because probably everything is more accessible, convenient, availability is there. So, the support from whatsoever means, everything is. So not everyone has gone through those kind of challenges, or where some parents will go through in hardship or hard time raising their kids or bringing up their children.
Right.
So I want us to narrow or make it a general conversation where we're talking about not in terms of hardship, but the development of the upbringing of the kids.
Okay, not in terms of hardship.
Right.
Okay, I'm not basing on in terms of hardship.
Okay.
But as a human being, no matter what, as you are there, something may pop up. Even somebody may have be rich or whatever. You can have a car accident or something may happen. That you can teach them what to do when
No, I'm not talking about in tragedy. I'm not talking in tragedy-wise. I'm talking about home, whereby this is where the kids are with you. They live with you. And as a parent, like you said, we should be their first teacher. First teacher is not to teach them where they get into accident.
Right.
You understand what I mean? So the first teacher is when you are educating them from home. Like I said, I asked you the question.
Yes.
So before they go to school, you should be the first teacher.
Yes.
So the development of the children should be from the base, which is the home. So as a father and a mother, you're supposed to educate bring their development or their upbringing and their growth before they start going outside.
Yes.
So in this case, where is it that the parents, being the first teacher, being the first teacher to them, how can the kids get it well understood by listening to their parents? Because there are some kids, they don't listen, even though you want to be the first teacher. They will never listen to you. So what is your role as a parent or being a parent? Let me use the fundamental word. What is your basic rule? What is your basic rule?
Yeah.
By developing them from their
right from the onset.
Right.
Yeah. You teach them how to, get up early in the morning, depending on how the family is, how the family were raised too. If you're a religious person, you teach them how to do your quiet time, but we are doing it in general, right? Okay, so you teach them according to how you want them to be raised.
Okay.
So, like, make sure you get up at 6 o'clock, brush your teeth. If you're a Christian or believer,
or whatever religion you belongs to, teach the children always make sure you pray in the morning before you do everything. Brush your teeth. Breakfast is ready. Some people sit at the table. Some people never sit at the table. So depending on the family. So no matter, regardless of whatever that is happening out there, you focus on how you want to raise your children and how you want to teach them. Okay.
Right. So for me, you want me to use myself as an example?
Yes, that is why we are here.
I get up early in the morning where I was raised, go to early in the morning, sometimes 2 a.m., 4 a.m., go and fetch water, come back, and then go and sell and come home before, or either I take shower, brush my teeth, go and sell, come back, and then go to school.
So basically, those are home training.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. We're looking at home training right now. But my question is, what is the role of a parent or the role of being a parent? You will never be a parent before, but once you became a parent, you have a child, or you have kids, or you have children. Now, you being a mother or a parent, what is your role concerning these children? Or being a parent, what is your role? As biologically, like I use the word biologically, or the importance of their development of the children. What is your role?
Your role is to make sure that you take care of the well-being of
the well-being,
children.
okay. So it is very important that as a parent, you take care of the well-being
of your
So can I ask that, are you just limited as a parent? Are you just limited just for taking care of well-being as a parent in terms of limited in, let's say, food, shelter, money? Is that just enough? Is that just enough as a parent to educate your children? Just provide for them food on the table, give them the place of shelter, they will sleep, and then they get up in the morning, they go to school, they come back, and you make sure food is there, and then they need money. Mommy, I need money, you give them money. Oh, I need to buy this in school, just give them money. Is that enough for bringing or developing the kids Is that good enough for developing them?
Well, to be honest with you, as a mother, that is excellent, but that's not enough.
Okay. So our viewers want to hear from Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, the Visionaire for Yami, Youth Ablaze Ministry International. She's been out there. I mean, she's doing a wonderful work with the youth. That is why I brought her back again for the second edition of Back TV Live and Stream for the rest of the year, because we're going to be dissecting into a lot of discussion concerning what we are saying here is all still based on the youth and the young adults, their upbringing, their development, their growth, But then again, it is another sector where we are bringing the parent in, because some of the young adults and the youth, their disadvantageous life or things that they were lacking is based on the training that they didn't get from home, or the responsibility that the parents did not adhere or accorded to them while they were at home. So this is where we are bringing this topic. So please share the video, invite someone, listen to us, share your comments, tell us what you think, tell us your views. We are ready, we are here, and we are all learning. I always say that no one is perfect. No one is perfect. One thing I remember, my father told me, education has no end. So in the presence of your life, daily living, remember, you are still in school. You are still learning. You will never finish learning until maybe God calls you for eternity. Knock my hand on the wood. But then again, we are still learning. Every day in our life, we are learning something new. Something new is coming. Things are developing. Technologies are changing. I mean, advancement is all over the place. So we are learning. So please share your views, share your comments. Go to YouTube, subscribe, Back TV Live and Stream. You are welcome to be part of our subscribers and our viewers. Watch it and share to your friends. Share the links to your friends. Go on Facebook, like the page, and click on it, say like, and you'll be connected. As soon as we come on, you'll get a notification that we are back on. Please don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. This is Real Time with AB. Stay tuned.
Fulfilling destiny depends on the choice you make in life. Make a choice today. Join Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Watch Impact Hour on Back TV and live stream this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Dr. Harriet Ajay. And your life will never be the same. Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Shaping lives to fulfill purpose. Real talk, real people, real places, real things, real solutions. Watch Back TV live stream, 7:30 p.m. sharp, Eastern Standard Time. This Friday, watch Real Time with AB on Back TV live stream. Real Time with AB. This is a show you don't want to miss.
Thank you so much, viewers. Please share the video. We are back again. Thank you for staying in tune. Like I said, if you're driving, please, if you're watching, take caution. If you're home, feel free, sit down, relax. Whilst you are eating your dinner, you can still be watching us on YouTube or Facebook and enjoy the program with us. In the studio here, I have with Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, the Visionaire for Yami. This program is sponsored by Believers Temple of Praise and also sponsored by Destiny Impact Worldwide, and also 3G Media, who is also proud sponsor for Back TV. We are here talking about being the role of a parent, or what is the role of a parent, or the role of being a parent. And this is what we are discussing today. And we are taking for the personal development of our children, or the basic, I call it basic traditional rules, the basic traditional rules of being a parent. How do we nurture and we educate our children? And how do we discipline them? How do we nurture and educate them, and how do we discipline them? My question to evangelists, once again, is when it comes to the educational part as a parent, how do we educate our children? You say we should be the first teacher, number one teacher for them. So besides being the number one teacher, what else do we tell our children?
Okay. So that is still the role as a parent in your child life.
Yes.
Okay. I have encouraging and motivating the child to study.
Okay.
You know, and good parental support helps a child to be positive.
Okay.
Health and good life learning. And I always say that what you do is what they look at you and imitate you.
Okay.
When we talk about health and good life, for example, you are a parent, you're sitting home smoking all the time.
Okay.
And I know health people always say that when you smoke, the person that is smoking don't even get more effect than the one that is inhaling. Okay, so you are a parent, you're always smoking around the children. It's not a good health for the children.
That's health reason.
Health reason.
Okay.
Education-wise, you don't care about the children, whether they go to school or not. You don't ask them, what did you learn? What did you study? I mean, it's like you don't follow them. You don't visit them in school. Like primary school, sometimes you have to go to the school or daycare or whatever. But as a parent, you don't just bathe them and dress them and just, take them to the school. Sometimes you have to be there. You have to be present and talk to the teachers and see how your children are doing.
Okay.
It's encouraging to the children. But when you are going also, you have to present yourself nice.
Okay.
A lot of children get so angry when you come over there and your appearance doesn't look all right.
Okay.
So
the children get disappointed.
So let your appearance look nice.
Okay.
At least,
I mean, dress
to encourage
your personality to be more presentable.
To encourage your children.
Okay, but before you go that, I hear most people. Let me go in the religious way. Talking about educating them. I hear most people say, there is no distance in the realms of the spirit. It's being quoted every day. You hear men of God quote it. There is no distance in the realms of the spirit. So when it comes to the educational aspect of the children, does that apply to that there is no distance in educating my children, whereby you are distant from them and you feel that whatever they are being taught is enough in your absence, it is good enough for thinking that your kids are being well educated?
No. As a parent, you always have to make sure your children have done their homework.
Okay.
You have to talk to them, ask them, what did you do in school? What homework did the teacher give to you? Have you done your homework? And if you are illiterate, excuse me to say, if you are illiterate, you cannot help them, can't help their homework like me. Right now, I used to teach math, but right now I don't even remember.
Okay.
I don't remember indices.
Okay.
So I would have to find somebody to help the child.
I remember back in the days in school, even though we are not quote unquote 100% perfect in class.
Right.
Some of us, we took the responsibility of staying after school. After school, just to stay the areas that we felt that we have a problem, we are not doing well, we have a problem on those particular subjects. Some of us, we stay back in school, and we have this, one of the teachers who has dedicated himself.
Right.
So we have a couple of group of people that particular, maybe we're doing algebra, we don't understand it. So all of us will gather together. So he picked the subject, maybe algebra, science, and maybe English grammar. So he combined them. So after school, we stay there, and then he have time for us, and then he go through us. Yes. And sometimes some of the things that he even taught in class, he brings it back after school. So by the time we come back again the next day, we already know. And it also makes his work very easy for him.
Yeah.
Because I remember some of us were able to do that to the extent that even when I was in school, as a letter prefect, I was still teaching my class.
Hey, school prefect.
I was still teaching my class.
Okay.
And when they have we have something we call preschool reopening.
Okay.
Preschool reopening is when we are accepting first year students
brooding them.
You know,
Yeah.
before the real school general
Yes.
just opened,
Yes.
like for like a month.
Yeah, they used
we
to do
we
that
go
and
we
do-
we go there and then teach them.
Yeah.
We were their teachers.
Okay.
We go there and then teach them.
Wow.
You know, so those are some of the things. That's why I'm asking. So does it mean that distance thing concerning the children? Parent is
Yeah.
not there, dad is
Right.
not, mommy is not there, but then again we feel okay. Oh, are you guys okay? You guys, oh, the bus will make sure you go to the bus station, let the bus pick you up, and make sure you get to school on time and all those things. Do we consider those as an educational educational development in the life of the kids?
Unfortunately, that is what most of parents doing. That is what most of the parents are doing.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that is not how it's supposed to.
It is not the right way.
It's not the right thing.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Continue. I know you were giving us some quotes, so the viewers
okay.
are watching, they're listening.
Well, I also have it here that as a parent, we have to give the children good value. You know, yourself, the way you value yourself, your children see that,
Okay.
you know, and they pick it from you. And it helps also, you have to try and help shape up the child's behavior and implementing positive values in them.
Okay.
Because children listen, observe, imitate their parents. They
listen,
they
observe,
and they imitate their parents.
They listen, they
They
observe.
observe and they imitate.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I said it before.
LOI. Okay. Okay.
My daughter, I was learning I was going to school for cosmetology.
Okay.
By the time I finished, she was doing more than me who have the diploma.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
She was very observant. She was, every time I'm braiding somebody's hair, she's there, she's learning. I'm doing nails, she's there, she's learning. I do pedicure, everything. She was doing, when they were going for high school prom or something, she was the one doing people's nails and stuff. She was braiding, she was doing everything. So they listen, they imitate. If you have noticed, a lot of things that parents do, their children imitate them.
Okay.
Positively and negatively. So then it's better to show a positive behavior so that your children will imitate that.
Okay. So still talking about listening, observing, and imitating. I mean, we've been around, we see things. I don't base my fact of hearing things, but then again, I base my fact of what I see.
Right.
Because what the eyes I see is what you can testify of. It's not what the ear hears. Sometimes you can see some parents, even though the kids don't know what is given to them from school, but they have this thing called peer pressure on them because they don't know. They can explain themselves for their kids to understand. You know, and it's a problem. I've observed that a lot in many parents.
Right.
It's a big challenge for them. You know, they can, because they feel it's too high for them, it's too more educated for them. Because I remember there was a comedy show that I watched that this lady sent her daughter to school. And then the teacher gave the daughter homework to bring home. And the parents have no clue of the homework.
Right.
So she took the daughter and said, listen, let me call your teacher.
Yeah.
He said, what is the reason why I'm paying school fees for? I'm paying school fees because I want you, because I don't know, and I want you to educate my child. So why now are you giving my child homework and telling my child, go home and let your parent help you do the homework? And I see this thing on the peer pressure of most parents. The kind of syllables probably some of us went through in our system, our level of education is different from the syllables of today that we have now.
Yeah.
And I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can really understand that.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's good enough for us, the parent, to tell the children that, hey, we have no clue about it. But then again, if it is possible, I mean, I've seen parents, they'll say, can you call your friend? Probably, or someone who has been there, who is very close. Can you call him or her and let him help you do and explain to you much better?
That's right.
But parents feel so ashamed.
Oh, wow.
They feel so ashamed that it's like they
don't know.
They don't know, and
they
they are degrading their level of parental responsibility. So most people, I've seen that most people don't really actually. So they rather put pressure on the kids. Do it.
Do it. Meanwhile,
what
you yourself,
what
you
am
don't
I paying
know.
the school fees for? What do you think I sent you to school for? Do it. Do you think it is proper for parents such manner to put that peer pressure on the kids because they don't know?
No, it's not proper. Again, that's what I first said. If you know, I want to tell the parents, there's nothing to be shy of. If you don't know, you don't know. Look, I was a teacher. I taught from kindergarten till 5th grade. When my son was going to middle school, I was the one teaching him math.
Okay.
And then he went higher. He finished middle school, and then he went to high school. And then I couldn't teach him anymore.
He upgraded himself.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I looked for somebody. So when I was teaching him math, he said, "Oh, did you go to school?"
You are the same person who taught him math.
Yes.
But now he's
he asked
asking you.
me, "Did you go to school?" I said, "Yes, I did." "Did you go to college?" I said, "Yes, I did. I went to college." And then he said, "How come?" Oh, okay. Then, but then I told him, I said, "Listen, this thing right here, I don't know. And I can't teach you.
Okay.
So now I'm going to find somebody to come and help you. And I went and found somebody. The person was coming home and helping him. And then one thing also that we can encourage the children to do, as far as the education is concerned, is just giving them words of encouragement.
Okay.
We have, in education, we have something called abstract motivation.
Okay.
And then we have something, I've forgotten my education, but I will remember. But abstract this thing is like encouraging them. You encourage them. You're doing very well. Go ahead, you do it. Again, let me give you an example. My son came home, and I saw all his subjects. I noticed that he was going down in science.
Okay.
So one day I sat him down and I said, "Listen, when I was in college, something that I was really bad on was science. But I used to call my friends to come and teach me science. And sometimes when the teacher is teaching you, you can't get it. But when your friend comes and and teach you, you get it better than your teacher. Yes, and everybody has the subject that they know better, So I told my friend, find one of your mates who knows science very well.
Okay.
Because I know you are good in math. So look for somebody who knows science very well, and then sit with him and let him take you through science. And I told him, when I was young like you, I didn't like science, but when I put my mind in it, I was doing excellent. And now I even became, I had more interest in science than all other subjects. He said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." So the words that you say to the children will encourage them to do more about the education. Teach them, encourage them, but we don't have time to sit them down and encourage them. When you come, you are tired. So even when your child is coming to talk to you, you don't want to talk to the child. So my advice to parents is to have time for our children, talk to them, encourage them, and help them to do what they have to do.
Thank you so much, Evangelist. Thank you so much for elaborating and explaining to us as a parent. The next question I'm going to ask you.
Again.
I'm going to ask you. We are living in time of a season where things are getting off hand. So as a parent, how do you protect your children from an unsafe environment?
Okay.
How do you protect your children from an unsafe environment?
Yeah. You know, at times you will notice that you are confined in a certain place that you cannot move.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, for me as a believer, I have it here. Let me read it to you. As a parent, you need to lead them to live a godly life.
Okay.
As a parent, as a Christian.
I'm talking about unsafe environment.
Yes, I'm coming up. I'm coming.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. Whilst they are living godly life, I know somebody who said he lived among people, unsafe environment. Okay, can you explain to me in what sense?
I mean, I'm talking about unsafe environment, whereby you live in an environment where
Drugs and stuff.
right.
Okay, all right.
So as a
That's
parent,
where I was
as a
coming
parent,
from.
how do you educate and protect your children?
Okay, that's where I was
such
coming from, but I
environment?
wanted to make sure
Okay.
that this is what you
Right.
this is what you want to know. Okay, the reason why I said from the onset you help them to live a godly life, be a good model.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
And I will give a quotation because I can't do this without giving quotation.
You are free.
John chapter 13 verse 15 says, I set thee apart then for you, that just as I did, you should also do.
Okay.
Example, be you parenting, be a good example.
Okay.
You know, be a good example. But you know, your child will see how you respond to unpleasant and frustrating situation, how you demonstrate you demonstrate by example, you know, your self-control.
Okay.
Because like you are saying, in an environment like that, you will definitely see unpleasant things.
Right.
Okay, so when your child sees you controlling yourself, or how you respond to people when they say certain things to you, obviously they're going to learn from you.
Okay.
They're going to learn from you. And then also leading a godly life, like I'm saying, when you teach them to live a godly life, they may live among those people, but to tell you the truth, they will never copy what they are doing.
Okay.
You know, and believer, you pray for your children. And you encourage them, encourage them, advise them, teach them what is right.
What is right and what is not right.
What is wrong,
before they venture themselves and get out there.
Yes.
And then before you realize,
Yeah.
now they're calling you mom, dad. I'm at the precinct. This.
Make them
I'm
know,
at the, you know.
make that your child know.
So basically,
that
it
child
is
different.
it is very good to warn them to know what is right and what is
Yes,
not right,
right.
and what to do right and what not to do
Yes.
right. So basically, these are some of the things that I believe most home is lacking.
Yeah. We don't have time to talk to our children.
They are lacking so much that you see kids behaving And sometimes you wonder, like I always say, sometimes I see and I ask, where is their parents? Especially with their age.
Yeah.
Where is their parents? Why are these kids on the street? Why are they out at this hour? Why are they not home at this time? Why is it that this is going on?
Yeah.
Why? Because parents are very busy. They are running for the dollar. It is good.
Yeah.
A guy demonstrated, this is how he demonstrated it. He had a rope and a stick. And he tied the dollar in front of the stick like this. And the rope, the pole is like this, and the rope is hanging. So, and then he tied it upon his, so the thing is upon him, and he's running with it.
Okay.
So as he's running with it, he's trying to reach the dollar, but yet still he cannot reach. He can't reach the money.
Right.
And I believe this is how most parents, they are running after it, but yet still they can't reach to it, but they are still running after it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's affecting the kids.
It's really affecting the kids.
Especially our youth and the young adults that are out there.
And one thing, Apostle, one thing that I want the parents to be very careful is your behavior in the house. Imitating.
Listen, observe,
observe,
and imitate.
They do. If they won't do it in front of you, as soon as they step out, they will copy you. They will do exactly the same thing you are doing. Because, look, for example, I'm single. Every day I will come home with a different man. Meanwhile, you have girls living with you. What kind of value are you showing to the children? You are single. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a single mother. Tomorrow, I have John. The next day, Joseph will come. Another day, Christopher. Do you understand? You have girls.
Changing.
And they are adolescents. Okay. Do you think you're going to sit them down and talk to them and tell them that be very careful, concentrate on your education? You know, they're not going to listen to you.
Is it lack of support? Is it lack of financial ability?
Well,
is it lack of what?
It may be.
I mean,
it may be all of the above. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that the way we carry ourselves in the home affects the children a lot. You have to make sure you show good example to the children.
Good example, indeed. It is very. Someone say is to warn them by telling them what is safe and to do and what is not safe before they go out there on their own. And say, as a parent, your goal is to protect your children from dangers to which they may be vulnerable and to keep them safe.
Okay.
Your goal as a parent is protect them from dangers, things that will be vulnerable to them, you know. So let me ask this question before we go on commercial break. We're going to be talking about disciplinary gently.
Okay.
Discipline gently. We're going to be talking about that. But then again, we'll go on commercial break. Please don't go nowhere. Stay right there. We are right here at Back TV, Live and Stream, Real Time with AB. When the real recognizes the real. We are back again. Season 2. These are the topics we're going to be discussing with. We're going to be talking about the development, the personality, the importance, and all the traditional basic rule of how to bring forth our children. Okay. We're going to be dealing with all those things. The reason why we are dealing this, there has been so many controversies at homes when it comes to children. There have been so many misunderstandings dealing with children at home. There have been so many undisciplinary acts at the homes where because both parents,
They are not.
they are not getting the understanding to educate the children. So the kids are on their own, parents are on their own. So those are the areas we're going to be dealing with. So please don't go nowhere. This program is sponsored by Believers Temple of Praise, Destiny Impact Worldwide Incorporated, and Yami is also part of the sponsorship. We have 3G Media, who's also part of the sponsorship. And very soon I'll be outlining some of the events that are coming up, which will be covered by Back TV. So please, it's very interesting that Back TV does not just do interviews, but we do also do live coverages of events. So if you want Back TV to do a live coverage for you, you are welcome. At the end of the program, there's going to be a lot of credits that is going to be running forth, and you can write the numbers down and you can call, and Back TV will be there to cover your program. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back, and we're going to be wrapping up. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back.
Real talk, real people, real places, real things, real solutions. Watch Back TV live stream, 7:30 p.m. sharp, Eastern Standard Time. This Friday, watch Real Time with AB on Back TV live stream. Real Time with AB. This is a show you don't want to miss. Fulfilling destiny depends on the choice you make in life. Make a choice today. Join Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Watch Impact Hour on Back TV and live stream this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Dr. Harriet Ajay. And your life will never be the same. Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Shaping lives to fulfill purpose.
Thank you so much for those of you who are watching with us live here at the studio, watching Back TV live and stream. We want to thank you so much for being part and listening to us. Please don't just watch. You can share your views, your comment, and we really appreciate it. It's also educate for our viewers who are also watching. They can go and read the comments and the ideas and the suggestion. We are all learning on this platform. Not because we are perfect, that is why we are here, but we are all learning. It's a process for all of us. And I believe that all of us coming together with understanding and one purpose, we can all educate ourselves to this. I want to thank you so much. Before we go to the next topic, I would like to make this special announcements, some of the events that are coming up. On Friday, August the 16th, it's going to be an all-night service with Believers Temple of Praise here in Somerset, 55 Fuller Street at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. All-night service. Very, very prayer section time in the presence of God. And I call it tarry in His presence. Tarry in His presence. And also on August 24th, it's also going to be happening at the same venue, 55 Fuller Street, at Believers Temple of Praise Sanctuary. It's going to be Festival of Praise. Festival of Praise, and we're going to have wonderful dynamics, worshipers and praise leaders. Getty and friends are going to be here. Minister Sly Tamaklo are going to be here. And I said the worshiper, Brother Ivan, and so forth and so many. All of them are going to be here. So please be part of, take note of this date. August the 24th is happening live at 55 Fuller Street at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. is happening. And September 5th to the 7th, DSW Conference, Destiny Shapers Women's Conference, is also coming up at this Hotel and Conference Center in East Brunswick on Route 18. And the time is 8 p.m. sharp, hosted by our own Dr. Reverend Harriet Ajay. And also in November, the 9th edition of 3G Media Award is also coming up in November the 23rd. and this is going to happen in the Bronx. In the Bronx, and the address is 1661 Boone Avenue in the Bronx. So please take note of all those events that are coming up. We'll be glad to see you there, be supportive, being part of it. Come and let's all make it happen and make it a success. August 16th, all-night service, prayer, tarry in his presence, go before God in prayer. Trust me, things are happening. Things are happening. You don't want to miss it. Wherever you are, if you are close nearby and you have the opportunity, don't stay home. Don't stay home. Please come and let's pray. Tarry in his presence. August 16th at 10 p.m. right here. August 24th, a Festival of Praise, 6:30 p.m. right here in the sanctuary. And September 5th to the 7th is DSW, Destiny Shapers Women's Conference, also is coming up. And November 23rd is going to happen, 3G Media, the 9th edition 3G Media Award is going to happen in the Bronx. And in New Jersey, it's going to be happening. Divine Purpose also is coming up. Divine Purpose is coming up, and we're going to have one of the amazing man of God, well-renowned man of God, Prophet Elijah Abraham. He's going to be with Believers Temple of Praise in November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So please encourage one another, make note of the dates, and be part of this program. For those of you that are watching, God bless you so much. God bless you so much. Evangelist, I'm going to ask you this question. I know we've spoken about the development, the importance, the educational aspect of being the role of a parent, or the being what is the role of a parent. I spoke about, we want to talk about gently discipline. Gently discipline. Whereby in a home, there is indiscipline in the home. And as parents in the home, and there is indiscipline, I say gently discipline. What are the formal or the formalities of this gently? Do you discipline them harshly? Or do you discipline them gently by pampering them? Or do you discipline them by comforting them in their act of indiscipline? Okay. That is why I'm using the word gently discipline.
Okay, you know, we talk about unsafe environment. Okay, so if you are on an unsafe environment, let's say that, because that's the first thing we're talking about.
Right.
Okay, what is the unsafe environment? I have it here that it's an environment that poses threats for your children.
Okay.
Physical abuse, intentionally harm the body or minds, drugs, things that are really terrible, not enough, or maybe not enough food or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, discipline.
Yes.
I
use the word gentle.
Gentle
Discipline.
A family that doesn't know how to discipline their children is not it's not a functional family. It's a malfunctional family.
No, I asked the word gentle discipline because there are some parents, they don't want their kids to be disciplined.
Well,
and there are some families, they don't want their kids, even when you, let's say, you see how, let me use this example, how some of us were brought up from where we are coming from.
Right.
Your mother might not discipline you, but your neighbor can discipline you.
Can discipline you, yes.
Your father, your biological mother and father cannot discipline you, but your neighbor can see what you are doing and know for the fact that you are doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And they will discipline you. And they will even come to your parents and tell them, listen, I saw your child
doing this.
And I discipline your child. So if your child comes to you and tell you that this is what happened or this is what occurred. I am telling you. But there are some homes, they don't want their kids to be disciplined. And even when I started to see what they are doing and they want to discipline them, the home get upset. They get offended. Like, who are you to talk to my child or discipline my child? It is my responsibility. But then again, maybe what is happening is your absence. You are not there physically to see it. Someone is seeing it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using the word gentle discipline.
Gentle discipline.
And you just said something which is very, very, very crucial. A home that does not discipline their child properly is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah. There's a difference between punishment and discipline.
Yes.
You know,
We are talking about discipline.
discipline. So, discipline is trying to redirect the child
Okay.
to the right thing.
Okay.
So, when you discipline the child, it doesn't mean that you don't like the child. You are telling the child to do the right
To
thing.
do the right thing.
Right. So, it is okay to discipline the child. It is okay.
Okay.
I don't know what you call a gentle discipline.
Gentle discipline in the sense that maybe I know this child is doing something wrong. But then again, my fear is if I discipline him, taking the discipline action to discipline him, he or she is going to cry. He's going to start crying. He's going to start panicking. He's going to, so instead of me discipline him, I rather pamper him. That is why I'm using the word gentle.
Yeah.
I rather pamper him, but not actually telling him, like you use the word redirect, but not telling, but I rather pampering him, making him feel so comfort by his reactions.
But at the end, you'll regret. For example, you are there with your 3 or 4 year old child. You are doing something, and you don't want the child to maybe disturb you or bother you. Okay, the child is playing with something that is a bottle or something. When it breaks, that child will get hurt. But because you think that child is playing with that thing and is keeping her or him away from you to be able to concentrate and do what you're doing. So you don't want to take it from her.
Right.
But then that child can easily break that thing. Number one, the child can get hurt.
Okay.
Okay, you stop what you're doing. You're going to have to call 911. You're going to pay the ambulance.
Okay.
Your child
You don't have the insurance, okay.
you don't have insurance. Probably the child will get hurt. Maybe the child will lose the eye or something. So you see, disciplining the child and telling the child, explain to the child, this is bottle. If you break it, it's going to hurt you. It's probably going to do this, that. Whether they understand or not, you explain to the child. The reason why I'm taking this from you, this is wood. If you play with this,
Okay.
you're not going to get hurt. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm not going to call insurance, ambulance. Do you understand?
Yes.
So take it from the child. Let them cry. They won't die. We're talking about discipline.
Yeah.
Yes. So take the disciplinary action and take that thing from the child to save you from all this wahala, and then the child also deforming.
You know, the reason is because there are some homes whereby they don't want orderliness. They don't want orderliness. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is no orderliness
Yeah.
in the home.
There should
So
be.
everybody does
Doing
anything
what they love,
what
they
they
want.
want to do.
It shouldn't be like
You know,
that.
and I believe as a parent, your role is to make sure there's this thing we call family orderliness. Orderliness, you know, in the home.
Yeah.
And when there is orderliness, there's discipline
Yes.
in the home.
In a home.
There is discipline in the home.
Yeah.
there must be order. Hey, you don't do this, you don't do this, you can do this, you can do that, you don't touch this, you can touch this, you can do this, you can do this. See, there must be a form of request of disciplining action at home.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong disciplining your child. You can discipline your child.
So that is why I'm using the word gentle discipline. Because people pamper their children, even though they know for the sure that they are doing the wrong thing. They pamper them. They know for the sure that, hey, what he or she is doing is not doing the right thing.
It won't help the child.
But then again, they pamper them. Seems like they're afraid to tell the child or to discipline the child by their actions.
Especially here, where people think that if you discipline the child will go and tell the teachers or go and tell. No. There's a difference between realistic? Ghana, no, let me take my time. We rear and we raise.
Okay. Rearing and raising.
Okay. My R is not good.
Okay. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
We have to raise the children, not rearing them.
Okay. Not to just feed them and let them eat, sleep, get up.
If you look at the children to do what they want, you are rearing the children.
And these are the areas you see the kids.
And this
they
is
spend more
what
time
is
on TV,
happening
games.
right now. You have to set some kind of disciplinary instructions. I remember when my son was in high school or middle school, I have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, up to number 10. So if he tried to disobey one of them, I'll tell him, go to your room and look at numbers so and so. Come back and said, okay.
Okay.
You know, and my daughter keeps saying that my son is raised different from them. Because he stayed with me for more time. You know, and I made sure I disciplined him. No, I don't think I've ever hit my son. So beating up the child will even worsen the child. Beating up the child, it will worsen the case. Some people think that when you beat them,
It will solve the problem.
But I'm telling you, the more you beat the child, the more you are worsening the case.
I mean, here we don't beat.
Discipline the child.
We don't
beat the child.
We don't beat
yes,
children.
but I'm just saying
because
it.
We'll want to you if you
because
raise your hands.
this is the whole world.
Yeah.
In America, you don't beat the child. In Africa, we beat our children.
You'll be held responsible for child abuse. I'll tell you that you'll be held responsible for child abuse.
We discipline them. You know, we are not punishing them, but at least you spank them. You make them know that what you are touching is not good, so don't touch it.
So, in that case, let me ask you this question. Do you think a calm, empathic talk helps children become conscious of their mistakes?
Empathic talk.
Yeah, a calm, empathic talk.
Yes.
Help the kids become conscious of their mistakes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know, we have individual differences. Some of the children are very, they are very reserved. Some of them, you know what? For some reason, I've forgotten all my terms. We have special terms when you do child education.
Let me ask a question. Maybe, so a calm empathy talk that will make the child become very conscious of their, meaning that the child is doing the wrong thing, but my calmness, stop what you're doing. Try not to do it. But then again, tomorrow you come back,
He's doing it again.
He or she is doing the same thing. So do you think by that calmness would help the child, or that would be enough for the child to become conscious of their mistakes?
Sometimes, again, it depends on how you raise the child. Because sometimes you can use gestures to let the child know that what you are doing, I'm not happy about it. Do you understand? So the child is doing it. The way you look at that child, right away, that child knows you are not happy about what they're doing.
That is instant.
Right away.
But I'm talking about consistency.
Yes. Children are, some of the children, they want to know the reason why you don't want them to touch. So even though you tell them, they will go and touch it again. So then you as a parent, make sure you find solution to that. You don't want that child to touch it. If it's something that you can move it away from that child. Because it's a child. You don't want them to touch it. You come today, you touch it, tomorrow he's touching it. To make everything short,
Okay.
move whatever that you don't want the child to touch away from them. If it's the toy or whatever, take it away from them. That is one of the things that you can do to discipline.
So you take their games, take it from them?
Take it from them.
Okay.
But first of all, who bought the game for them?
It could be the parent.
Okay, so if you want them to play this game,
But there have to be rules.
Yes, set up a rule. Even, like the time that they have to watch TV, the kind of TV shows you want them to watch and other things. But that one also is hard because you are not there.
No, as a parent, you bought the game for them. But then again, this is Monday through Friday. It's school time.
Okay, no game until Saturday.
It's school time. After school, you come home, you need to do your homework. Study, eat, study, do your homework. Read, and then go to bed.
No game.
Right. But this is where a parent bought a game for them. And homework is not done, it's not prioritized after school when they come home. It's not being prioritized. They come home, dump their bag, quickly jump onto the game. So by the time they realize it's 9 p.m. And 9 p.m. down, they have to eat late. Number two, after they finish, now they have to jump on their books and they feel the homework is done properly. As a parent, probably you are not even home to even to check whether the homework was properly done or improperly done.
Right.
So as a parent, you are not home. So by the time you realize, he tells you, you call and they say, oh, yes, mommy, I finished my homework. Everything is done. What are you doing? I'm just sitting here watching TV. It's a lie. They're telling you they're playing games or they're doing something else. But then again, as a parent, because you are not home, you believe all those things.
Yeah.
You believe all those things. And by the time of at least 10 o'clock, and as a child, as a student, by 10 o'clock, you should be there in bed.
Be in bed.
But 1 a.m., 2 a.m.,
still sitting.
you're still sitting there because mommy is doing double. Mommy is not going to be home. Dad is not going to be home at that time. So it's 2 a.m., they're still on the game, playing games.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. 2 things you can do. I always tell parents who are living together, try as much as possible to run shifts. Both of the parents are not supposed to leave home at the same time.
Without attending to the kids.
That's right. Run shifts. You see, when you have children, everything about you is changed. You have to rearrange because you just married, no kids. You do everything you want.
There have to be some adjustments.
Make an adjustment.
Yes.
Either you go at night and the wife go daytime, or you go daytime and the wife go at night. It's not something that you want, but is that going to help raise your children? Then go for it. Another thing you can do is set a rule. Okay, if they are not obeying the rules that you set for them, that's when discipline action comes in. Take it away from them, lock it up, and then Saturdays, give it to them. You give it to them on Saturdays.
So before we wrap up, before we wrap up, let me ask you this last question, and we'll bring today's
I thought you were finished.
No, I'm going to ask you this last question, and we'll bring today's section to an end. So, with all that we've been said, lacking of parents being there, lacking of discipline, the development when it comes to the kids, their upbringing, their growth, with all those things, do you think it is enough for your children to be very sufficient themselves? You not being around, do you think it's enough for the children being sufficient for themselves, that they will grow up, strong, young adults by themselves, like they see themselves with all those things? Do you think?
No.
But do you know there are some parents who believe that?
No. No matter
how. Why
how.
You say no? It is your belief, but some believe, so why you say no?
No matter how you believe in your children, parental care is very important. Motherly love, fatherly love, children need that. They need that. Not giving them things, not giving them everything.
What they want,
they want.
You just be there, give it to them.
You have to be around them all the time. They have to feel you. That is why it's very difficult when, excuse me to say, people lose their parents. But then it's the responsibility of the community or the church or, whoever knows the children to take them as their own children and give them what they are missing.
Okay.
You understand? So never ever think that you are not around and your children are okay. Even if they are grown, that is a part that they are missing. That is why sometimes they will ask for this, I have to call my parents. You understand? No. They always need the parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
For viewers that are listening to us, today I'm focusing more on evangelists, but next week, same time, we're going to go deeper. Our main topic for this section is what is the role of a parent, or the role of being a parent, and that is what we are discussing. It is very crucial when you call yourself a parent, but then again, you cannot parent your children.
Yeah.
But you call yourself a parent.
A parent.
And you cannot parent your children. I don't care, no matter what you do, how best you give to them. Your present. Remember, I think we did in one of our earlier editions, we talked about the touch, the feeling of the baby.
Yes.
How the kids feel the touch.
The stimuli.
Exactly. Yeah. So no matter what you do, in your absence, whether you are there physically, because sometimes some parents are there, but physically they are not there.
Yeah.
Because you might be around.
Yeah.
You lay home, by the time you get home, the kids are sleeping. The next morning, you're still on the run. You don't even see them.
Maybe one
until
week.
Maybe one of your day
2
off.
weeks.
Your day off, then you see the kids. Or what you do, just a phone call and talk to them. It is not enough for us to raise our kids. It is not enough for us to raise our kids. This goes to fathers and mothers as well.
Yeah.
We are not talking just about mothers, but we are talking about parents.
Parents.
We are dealing with parents. So this is what we are talking. What is the role of a parent, or the role of being a parent? And we're going to be going through more next week, same time, here on Back TV Live and Stream. But before we exit from here, I want to thank you so much, all our viewers that are watching. Thank you so much for following us. If you have not yet, please go on YouTube, subscribe on Back TV Live and Stream. You'll be connected. Facebook, like the page, and you'll be there. Or you can also follow me on AB on Facebook, Real Time with me. You'll see me right there. Or, Follow Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji also on Facebook. She's always every day, words of encouragement, bringing hope to the youth and the young adults. This program is also sponsored by Believers Temple of Praise, also sponsored by Destiny Worldwide Incorporated, and 3G Media by Mr. CNN. They are part of this sponsorship. And the upcoming event, as I'm going to wrap up quickly, August 16th, Believers Temple of Praise is going to be all-night service. Please tarry in His presence. Tarry in His presence. We're going to go before the Lord. We are going to tarry before Him. Pray, seek ourselves, avail ourselves, and let God speak to us. Let us come and pray. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here at Believers Temple of Praise, and the address is 55 Fuller Street, Somerset, New Jersey. In the same month of August, the 24th, Believers Temple of Praise is called Titan, back to back. We're hosting Festival of Praise, which is our yearly festival concert event that we do. And this time we still have special guest artists that are coming, Getty and Friends, Minister Slide, and I said the worshiper. We have Brother Ivan, and we have more artists that I can't mention all of them. But then again, please mark your calendar, prepare yourself, make a date in His presence. Come, it's a festival of praise. We're coming to praise the name of the Lord. Hallelujah. We're coming to have good time in His presence. And don't forget, on September 5th to the 7th, it's called DSW, Destiny Shapers Women's Conference, also happening live in this Inn and Conference Hotel in Route 18, East Brunswick. And the time is 8 p.m. sharp, hosted by Reverend Dr. Harriet Ajay. And we're going to have Mama Helena Rabos on it. We're going to have Prophetess Kumsing, Benedicta Kumsi on it. We're going to have Prophetess Rebecca Edufo, also from Ghana. She's going to be on, please. And this program is all being covered by Back TV. Back TV. But before I forget this is also very important. On this Sunday, the 11th, it's also happening at this Inn and Conference Center, where our own Cecilia Mafu and Asida Kessie, Brother Ernest, are in town, and they're going to be having their praise and night worship on August 11th at 5 p.m. at this Inn Hotel, August 11th at this Inn Hotel Conference Center on Route 18. Please don't miss it. Come and let's praise the name of the Lord. And November 23rd, the 9th edition of 3G Media Award is happening again. And this time, they are bringing Kofi Ajololo from Ghana. Countryman Zongo is coming from Ghana. They bring in all different artists. Last year, it was so wonderful. Emilia Brobe was there. Captain Smart was there. Kofi Aduma, everybody. I mean, it was so amazing. And this time, there are more that are coming. And this program is also hosted by 3G Media by Mr. CAN. So please, let's make note of all these dates. And as time goes on, we're going to be flashing them. We're going to be seeing more of the flyers, the commercials, as we go along before the year ends. So please, thank you so much for tuning in, and wherever you are, stay tuned all the time. Every Friday at 7:30 p.m. sharp, Real Time with AB, and my guest, Reverend Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. Until we see you again on Friday, bye-bye for now.